Hi everybody, welcome to SMR Telugu Education. In this video, how many ways to define a structure? So first one is, we already know by using struct keyword, struct tag name is emp, and then these are the members of a structure: int id, char name of some size 36, here int salary, here e1 is e1 e2 is equal to, this is initialization, employee id, employee name, smr, and then employee salary is some 16,000, and then semicolon. Now I am writing void main struct emp e3 comma e4 clr scr, and then printf and so on extra. Here we have to write the code. This one is valid. Here e1 is a variable, this one is a global variable, e2 is also a global variable. Here e1 is equal to, the memory is allocated for 40 bytes, this one is id, this one is name, and then salary. So id, name, and then salary. Here the address, here base address is 500, continuous memory is allocated, next 502, next one is 538. Here the initial values is garbage values. This is E1, then initial values is garbage values. So E1 initial values is garbage values. Here I am giving E2, then initialize the values. E2 starting ID is 1, name is SMR, and salary is 16,000. e2.id, e2.name, e2.salary. e3, e4 are garbage values. Here E1, so struct emp, semicolon is mandatory, so int id, name, character name of 36, and then int salary. Here E1 is one variable, E2 is another variable, E2 is equal to 1 comma some name SMR comma some salary. So void main, so struct emp e3 comma e4, so alt F9 is control F9. This one is valid. Next one is, so struct, so without tag name, without struct emp, directly struct structure name e1 is equal to e2, alt F9 will get an error, undefined symbol struct emp. I have to comment this code, alt F9, yes, this one is valid. So without tag name we have to define a structure. Here you have to assign e1 e2. So I am using clr here, next printf /n id is equal to %s %d name is equal to %s salary is equal to %d comma e1 dot id garbage value, e1 dot name garbage value, e1 dot sal garbage value. Alt F9 S, control F9, alt F5. So copy, paste. Here e2 dot id, e2 dot id, e2 dot name. So e2 dot salary. So one SMR and 16,000. Okay. So can I define a structure without a tag name? Yes, this one is valid. By here you have to declare only global variables. Okay. Right. Next, third one is struct emp. Type def. Struct emp capital EMP. So this one is valid. Can I define a variables with capital EMP E5 comma E6? Yes, valid. So this one is valid. All are valid. Alt F9 yes, control F9. Okay, alt F5 yes. Next one is here by using directly without tag name. Directly here using type def struct emp struct directly this structure name is capital EMP. So I am commenting this line, so comment these lines. So capital EMP E5, capital EMP E6, these are valid. Alt F9 yes, control F9, these are valid. So here our structure alias names is capital EMP. In this capital EMP it is replaced with total everything. Structure this thing is replaced here. This thing is replaced here. Now E5 is struct, E3, E6 is struct type. Okay, this one is valid. Next, one more thing. The least size of a structure is 1 byte. So struct EMP without data members. Commenting this code, then we will get an error. Alt F9 will get an error. Size of a type is unknown or 0. So the least size of a structure is 1 byte. Char some ch. This one is valid. Next. So type def struct int id char name of 36, so int sal, this is called capital EMP. So EMP E5 and E6 these are valid. Alt F9 here this Alt F9 yes, control F9, these are valid. Okay. So can I define one structure variable has member to the another structure? Here struct structure name faculty. So every faculty is an employee. Here I am using capital EMPE. Here employee faculty address char address ADDR of some 20 bytes. So here faculty phone number of type 20. Here the structure name, here EMP capital E1 comma E2, these are valid. Here I am using type def struct FAC, the capital FAC. So can I define FAC of F1 comma F2. So this is valid. For F1 the memory is allocated for F1 memory is allocated for 80 bytes. First one is 500, next one is 540, next one is 560. So 80 bytes of continuous memory is allocated. In faculty this is called in faculty structure there is an employee. So can I define one structure variable has member to the another structure? Yes, allowed. This is called containership. So this is E, this one is address ADDR, this one is phone number. Once again every employee has an ID, name, and then ID, name, sir. So this one is F1 variable. So F1 dot E dot ID. How to access ID? So F1 dot E dot name. So how to access salary? F1 dot E dot salary. So F1 dot ADDR address, F1 dot phone number. So here we are accessing printing. So printf ID name salary. So F1 dot E1 dot ID. So F1 dot E1 dot name. So F1 dot E1 dot salary. So F1 dot ADDR, F1 dot phone number. So initial all values are garbage values. So alt F9, here SN E1. Here is faculty dot E dot ID. Here I am giving E, that's why this one also E dot name, E dot sal. So alt F9, yes, control F9, garbage values. Okay, ID, name, salary. Address is equal to percentages. phone number is equal to percentage s, alt F9 s, control F9, alt F5. So still you have any doubts, please refer once again. Thank you for watching.